Hello, this is Angelo.
Hello, I'm Alexandra.
And we are here with what was supposed to be our review for Own Your Future Challenge bonus day. But you know what? We will review something much more important. We will get some insights from yesterday's incredible presentation. If you missed it, make sure to watch the replay. It will be available. If you're a VIP, of course, you have it for life. But if you're not, it will be available for another 2 days or something.
Yes.
It is a must
Totally
watch.
worth
It is the
Yes.
first time in such challenges that I
Yes.
said that bonus day was my best day. I wasn't expecting it. It was very powerful. Dean and the two girls, they had incredible energy.
Insights and energy.
They were so focused on what truly matters. And this is where we will be focusing today. Our number one challenge, our number one obstacle. So I will start by finishing basically the story that I got started in the email invite that I sent you for this masterclass. So a few years back, we are driving with Alexandra back to Athens from our beach house in the south of Greece. And of course, we want to choose something while driving. So we stop at a pastry shop, at one of our favorite pastry shops. And as I was waiting for Alexandra, two little kids approach, like with ragged clothes and everything. And one of them says, "Can we have 20 cents?" And I asked, "Why 20?" And they said, "Okay then, 10 cents. No, I asked, "Why just 20? Why only 20? Why only 20 cents?" So this question, together with €2 that I gave them, is something that they could be pondering still. So,
yes.
What's the point of that story? The point of that story is behind that story is the number one reason you don't have the financial success you deserve and desire. And what that is? Long pause. That is what we call, in one way or the other, scarcity mindset. And before you feel bad about it, everyone in the world has a scarcity mindset at some level.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Because by definition, each and every belief is a limiting belief. If you say, "I'm going to be a millionaire," this is a limiting belief compared to, "I'm going to be like 10 times millionaire, like 8-figure millionaire," or "I'm going to be a billionaire," and so on and so forth. "I'm going to run the 4-minute mile." Then you say, "I'm going to run the 3-minute mile," and so on. Every belief is a limiting belief by definition. So scarcity mindset is not something, because this is the problem. Most people have it backwards. They think that first I will get a certain level of success, a certain level of appreciation from the marketplace, and then I will cultivate the so-called abundance mindset. No. First, you will build an abundance mindset, and then you will succeed to that level. Because all the time, what we see around us is our beliefs manifested to the very last detail.
Right, from the inside to the outside, right?
Exactly.
Inside world reflects the outside world.
And sometimes the outer world shapes our beliefs, but the next moment, this is what we project back to the world. So, what are we going to do about it? We will start upgrading our scarcity mindset. And this is an endless journey. Tony Robbins has a scarcity mindset. Dean Graziosi has a scarcity mindset. Don't feel bad about it. Do something about it. This is the game-changing attitude. What you want right now is to simply start where it matters. Start valuing more yourself, your knowledge, what you already know, what you have within, because what you know is supposedly trivial to you, but it could be priceless.
So useful and priceless
to someone else,
somebody
right?
else.
So you start by valuing yourself more, valuing your knowledge more, what you know more, and valuing your time more. This is why this industry is so powerful, because one of the things it does, even regardless if you engage in it or not, is that you completely disassociate time and effort with money. Completely. So always remember, you may never have a digital product, you may never care about these things, but make a a brain tattoo, as Robin Sharma says, of the next phrase. Always, to make a sale with a digital product, your presence is not required in any shape or form.
Isn't it
Your
amazing?
presence is not required for you to make another sale with your digital product. Now I am live talking to you and I could make another sale. You could be sleeping and make another sale. You could be vacationing at your favorite place in the whole world without internet connection, basically, because everything is online. You are not online.
You could be spending more time with your family or your hobbies and making more sales.
Exactly. So this is what matters right now. For instance, you could be like a struggling one-on-one coach, right? So for the whole of your career, you were coaching, you've had some success, right? But you're struggling to grow. And at the same time, you're struggling to make up some time, for you, your family, your friends. And you know what? This is the reason, because you have attached time to your success model. So basically, at some point, your success model has become your failure model. It's obsolete. And as Buckminster Fuller used to say, you don't fight the old model. You create a new model, like Launchpad, for example. You create a new model that makes the old model obsolete.
Precisely.
This is how you go about it. You stop, like arguing with yourself, with your spouse, with your friends. What am I going to do? And so on. No, you simply focus on something new, something that works now, something that is fitting to 2023 and on, right?
And leveraging technology.
Exactly.
And more and more people are getting on this train called the self-education industry. As was mentioned in the challenge, it has already fetched the mark of $1 billion per day. Can you imagine everyday people like you and me transferring their life experience and their knowledge, creating digital products and having this satisfying life of freedom, which we all desire so much and we deserve more freedom in our life?
Okay. Now I want to share something. When I met Dean like a month and a half ago in Scottsdale for this amazing mastermind that we had together, I told him, like in a private conversation, that I will never ever forget the moment that I saw him for the first time in this grandiose studio that he and Tony created. I think with Barry Baumgartner's support, right?
Yes.
It was her company that built it for them. And I was mesmerized. And I had my notebook ready. It was the World Summit of 2020, I think. So I was ready with my notebook.
Yes.
And we had, like everything prepared. We have screencasted the video on the big screen, on our TV and everything. And then I see the studio and I was mesmerized. I thought, wow, is this even possible? And I told Dean that this changed my life, because I said, wow, these guys are serious about it. It's not, and I think Tony Robbins said it at some point, I will never ever do, like these little webinars that you do and so on.
Right, exactly.
But you know what? There are people who start with much more modest equipment than we do right now, and they create amazing success. They create 6 and 7 big figure success. And you know why? Because people care about the value that you give them. And regardless how modest your start is, they truly care to see you grow.
Yes, because it inspires them.
They are truly inspired with each and every underdog story, if you consider yourself an underdog. But my guess is that no matter how big you're playing right now, you see yourself smaller than you deserve to be. And this is what needs to change right now. Make this mental pause, make this a milestone in your life and say, you know what? I am more. I deserve more. I deserve to achieve more. I deserve to give more value to the marketplace and receive greater remuneration. I fully deserve to have more freedom of time, location, more financial freedom, more freedom with my loved ones, more freedom with my friends, more freedom to do the things that I actually love. I truly deserve to leverage technology to the point that it works for me. I remember.
Yes. And I'm thinking, if others can do it, I can do it. That's
Exactly.
the affirmation you should tell yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Sometimes I remember a powerful quote that we learned from T. Harv Eker, who said, my money works hard for me and makes me more and more money.
Exactly.
You know what? Technology and AI can work as hard, if not harder for you, if you simply let it. And this is where we will be helping you. If you are willing to say yes with Launchpad, we will be helping you break these patterns and install what we like to call a happy and unstoppable mindset to operate from a happiness first model. And now we're going to give you three powerful ways to elevate your self-confidence and your self-worth. And number one is this: to start operating from a happiness first premise, have in your life what we call a happiness first philosophy.
Yes.
What is that? Let's pause for a moment.
Okay.
Maybe it's a new term for you. Maybe it sounds like ridiculous, right? Have you watched the movie Pursuit of Happiness?
With Will Smith, yes.
Will Smith, right?
Yes.
So, yes, this was a powerful movie. Yes, this is a true story. But at the end of the movie, Will Smith says, like, this fraction, this little moment is what I call happiness. You know what? It made a great movie, a powerful, inspiring movie. But if this is your life, you will look back and no matter how much money you have amassed, you will look back for sure. This is why there are so many miserable billionaires. You will look back and you will say, I have failed. I have failed. And you know why? Because you value your life with how you feel. And you take an inventory of how you feel. And if you feel angry and stressed while you're making money, and this becomes what Tony Robbins calls your emotional home, then no matter how much money you have, you will find ways to resort back to anger and stress. Some people say, oh, I have a great idea. I'm stressed about money, so I will make like $2 million. And as soon as I reach that point, I will finally feel free. I will feel relieved. No, you won't. Every level of success comes with greater problems and greater responsibility. I love how Grant Cardone, like the Godfather of 10x, how he puts it. And he says, when you 10x your business, you 10x your problems, you 10x your lawsuits, you 10x
like responsibilities,
the employees that you have, like to take care of, the mouths that you have to feed, basically, right? I remember thinking, I was reading my business godfather's autobiography, Richard Branson, and I was reading his autobiography, and at some point he says, and we have reached the level of 50,000 employees. And I was doing the math, with
how
an
many
average
salary. Yes, he's
blah,
paying
blah, blah.
every month.
I thought, wow. And of
That's
course, then you see a company like Amazon who has crossed the mark of 1 million employees. So there are levels and levels. So let's go back to where you are right now. Number one, you start with a happiness first philosophy. You say, you know what? I will take advantage of this powerful 5 powerful exercises that Alexandra and Angelo have given me for free. And I will turn them in an immense value for my life, because I will be happy now. I will not wait for any level of success. I will be happy now and make happiness the root rather than the fruit of my success. So these powerful exercises, once again, are: number 1, perspective. The moment you shift your perspective, everything changes. Exactly. Number 2, forgiveness. You always have something or someone to forgive, and this is liberating and allows you to elevate in what we call the emotional scale, the emotional ladder. And now you're ready to feel some love. And you always start with self-love. And you give yourself a hug if you have to, and look yourself in the mirror. You say, you know what, Angelo, I love you. I really do, and mean it. And then you're ready for gratitude. Such a powerful exercise. Dean Graziosi mentioned it yesterday.
Every morning he does it. Yes.
This is where you get started. And the more momentum you create and the easier, the more accessible happiness is, the less you will need, like the first exercises of perspective or forgiveness. But let me give you a tip here. It is an amazing habit to have. As you drift off to sleep, ask yourself, is there something or someone I need to forgive from today? And then allow yourself to go to sleep.
Yes. Mini tip here. Usually the one person we have to forgive most is ourselves. Right?
Yes, for sure.
It's very powerful. Think about that as well.
For sure. And as you are completely filled with gratitude, and we always say, quickly find 20 reasons to be grateful for. And if you cannot find 20, what are you going to do about it?
Then you should find 30.
You should find 30.
Why? To get you in the state.
And now you are ready for what we've been doing in the past few priming sessions that we had together. Now you're ready for the happy landing exercise, where you close your eyes and you see, and most importantly, feel yourself at your destination. You don't think of your destination. You don't think of $1 million. You think yourself with $1 million.
Exactly. With a successful
business. This is visualization coupled with feeling. And now you're ready. You're set to face one of the biggest challenges of all, which is no other than fear. And Dean Graziosi mentioned it a lot yesterday.
Yes.
And I hope you remember the little story that we told you, what the grandfather was telling his grandchild, right? With the 2 wolves. So the one wolf was fear and the other was faith. So the question is, which wolf will win, right? Long story short, of course, for this time. And the answer is, of course, the one that you feed. So many of you may have fed your fear a lot. And now your fear is basically like a very extremely fierce adversary. And you're asking yourself, how am I going to go about it? How am I going to go through this fear, face its fear, and let it go? And the answer is, you don't let it go. It will be there for you, and it will be haunting you, basically. It will be crippling your thoughts and your actions until you do something about it. And what you need to do, imagine yourself, like in a very important basketball game right now, and you're the coach. And you know that on the other side, like team fear, there is like one player who is like the king of basketball, right?
A powerful player.
10x Michael Jordan. What are you going to do about it? You're going to double team that player, right? So how are you going to double team fear? Number 1, you need courage. And number 2, you need a coach, a mentor, someone who will not only be rooting for you, but also be there demonstrating their belief in you.
Exactly.
By what they do for you. And you know what we say with Alexandra many times? We believe in you. And you might think this is a cheesy line. You know why we believe in you? Because we've been on both sides. We lived both with scarcity and abundance mindset. So we know that those two exist. We know they exist. We know that there is no such thing as Angelo with scarcity or abundance mindset. There is Angelo with the mindset that he cultivates. This is how important it is for you. Number one, to be courageous right now and take the next step. And some of you are thinking right now, oh, I know what the next step is that Angelo is suggesting, to invest in Launchpad. No, the next step is for you to be so courageous that you do this simple thing and say to yourself, you know what? I will make things better for me. I will make things better for my family. I will create this amazing new lifestyle and this freedom.
I am
this.
enough. I will do this.
Be courageous and daring enough to take your notebook, as I suggested in some of our latest daily shots of inspiration. Take your notebook, write down what will happen, how will you be a year from now, date it, sign it, and do it. So this is all you need. Like your first step is to simply declare. Was Krista's declaration yesterday powerful?
Very powerful. And you can see how much she has practiced it and how much it has helped her reach the success level that
Can
she
you
has.
imagine the level of courage it takes for you to declare that you are a billion-dollar company in front of tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people?
Whilst not being yet a billion-dollar company, right?
Yet a billionaire? And now this reminds me of something that I heard from Russell Brunson, and he quoted it. It was not, like his philosophy, but it is a very powerful. Maybe it was, I don't remember. But I learned it from Russell Brunson, that's for sure. And he said that for you to achieve any level of success, what you want to be doing at your own time when you're alone is to declare that you're the best. You cultivate that level of attitude when you're alone. You build that level of confidence so that when you go out in the world, you are powerful enough to make a convincing statement to someone. This is the game-changing attitude. And this is how you go about it, creating a powerful attitude first. So how did you do it? Number one, you started using a happiness first philosophy. Number two, you doubled team fear. And number three, you start seeing everything as an investment. This immediately, like right now, shifts your mindset from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset.
Right, exactly.
So the same experience, right? I'm not talking about doing different things. I'm talking about seeing things differently. Let me give you an example. So your business is in a poor state right now, and you get back from the office, and your son begs you for like half an hour of play. And of course, you get distracted, and you have fun, and you play for 2 hours with your son, right? And you say, whoa, I lost 2 hours.
Does anyone ever say that?
How can I make up that time? I lost 2 hours. What am I going to do now? But once you shift your mentality and your mindset and say, I have invested
exactly
2 hours with my son. I'm smiling and I don't have kids, right? Can you imagine the difference it makes in the whole of you? And what would it mean for you to start living from that premise and start seeing every single thing as an investment, right? Maybe our webinar was not good enough for you. So you say, I have invested 23 minutes in Angelo, and they didn't, live up to their promises. But you know what? I learned what not to do on my webinars. So you can see everything as an investment. And once you start appreciating what you do, everything will be appreciated, like get higher in value. This is why you start with you first, and everything else gets appreciated as a result. Last but not least, this I was not expecting yesterday. So what Krista said with change was, wow.
An amazing statistic, right?
Wow.
And the statistic was as follows. People that are in dire straits with their health, and they visit the doctor, and their doctor tells them, if you continue this way, you won't live for very much longer. You have to change something. And what happens is that 90% of people cannot make that change.
So,
Isn't it?
90%,
it's
9 out
amazing.
of 10, 9 out of 10 who are put in a change or die situation cannot change. And you know why? Because they lack three things. They lack a powerful why, they lack a success buddy and an accountability partner, and they lack a coach and mentor who believes in their why more than they do at that point.
Until they do, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So this is the game-changing attitude. You want to make sure you have done all it takes to accommodate change. And sometimes this change can happen by being courageous. So, for example, you're not courageous enough right now to do your first live on Instagram, but you could be courageous enough to say that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. my time, whatever, I will be going live. And now, basically, there's no way back, right?
Right, exactly.
So, always remember these three things. Create a clear and compelling vision for you, something that pulls you like a powerful magnet. Number two, have someone you call a success buddy, and not so much an accountability partner, but a success buddy. A person who is going with you towards the same level of success. Someone like you're pulling each other forward, basically, right? You're sharing thoughts. You're rooting for each other.
Exactly. Championing one another.
Exactly. And last but not least, you need a coach and a mentor who can resonate with where you are and can take you where you want to go. And this is who we can be for you. Should you take the challenge? And me and Alexandra, we love Mission Impossible.
Yes,
we will leave you with that, because you will know by now that your decision window is about 2.5. If you're watching live, is a bit more than 2.5 days. But you know what? And if you're not watching live, it's much less than that, most probably. Or maybe you're watching sometime in the future,
Yes.
and the offer is
It's
gone.
all gone, yes.
But let me remind you something that I consider the most important thing of all. If something is valuable to you to take your life and or business to the next level, why wait 2.5 days? Do you know that in these kind of launches, almost 30% of sales happen on the last day? People take action because from a scarcity mindset that the offer will be gone, rather than taking action from an abundance mindset that what is there for me to take me to the next level, I want it now.
And already some people have started doing the course, right?
Of course, of course.
Yes.
So it's not about how much longer will this offer be available, it's how much longer are you willing to wait to see your super self in the mirror and your super life before your very eyes. So why we say we will be helping you, why we say it is important to have these two characteristics that we have, why we say it is like the biggest value I can offer you is my persistence when we are on like a short masterclass session like this, and my patience like when I give you droplets, like the daily shots of inspiration from January 1st, 2015. And with these two characteristics alone, you can go very far. So the moment your mind says, you know, Angelo, no, I don't deserve this. No, I cannot do this. We will be there for you. This is the game changer. So you will get amazing bonuses, but for us, this is the greatest bonus of all, that we will be there for you to help you reach the level of success that you deserve and desire with your next digital product.
Exactly.
So, last but not least, when are you going to make that shift in you? Not in like purchasing, investing in Launchpad. When are you going to invest in you? When are you going to invest in your better self, in your super self? This is what you should be asking yourself. And if the answer is that my super self goes through Launchpad, so be it. We will be very happy to work with you. If not, you should be making this decision anyway, right now. So demonstrate to us that you have upgraded your abundance mindset simply by this masterclass alone, by making this decision today. Don't wait for the last moment. This is a demonstration of scarcity mindset. Demonstrate an abundance mindset and either sign up or dismiss this opportunity right now. Say, this is not for me. I'm not willing to invest that much money. I'm still fearful. But if for you, this is the way to go, make that decision now, because no matter what your decision is, you will live with an abundance mindset for the next level of your life, regardless. And this is what we want for you. We want you to send us a message one day and say, like, Alexandra, Angelo, this morning, I saw my super self in the mirror. Last night, I closed that deal that I was like,
this is what keeps us going.
Dreaming
this is
for
what inspires us.
Now I know that you've done right in the very beginning, not that day, but in the very beginning. You started with an abundance mindset and you demonstrated.
Exactly. As we've been saying in all our previous master classes these days, we all have one precious life. Our time here is finite. Make the most of it. What you know matters. Everybody needs your help, whether you go through Launchpad or not. The important thing that we want to convey to you is embrace your vision and let it pull you forward to create the dream life you deserve and desire.
Exactly. So we really thank you for your attention, your participation, and we wish you the very best, regardless if you invest in Launchpad or not. And if you do, you should know that we will work very, very hard with you, because we will bust all these beliefs and we will set you for the success you so much deserve and desire. We believe it is time for you to say to yourself, you know what, I'm done with this. This is my time. I am so much more than what I have allowed people to see about me, and I am ready. I am ready now to make that next step. So we truly hope to work with you in the forthcoming months through Launchpad. And regardless of your decision, we wish you the very best of success, because we truly care about your super self. We truly want you to see your super self in the mirror. So tomorrow, by the way, if you're still on the fence, you could still ask us some questions. And tomorrow, we will be demonstrating Launchpad, like behind the scenes of what is going on once you invest in Launchpad, and we will do our very best to test, like go through a Glow demo, test Glow, the AI assistant that comes with your mastermind subscription, and we will do our very best to see, how Glow is doing. We've heard some remarkable stories, and we want to see for ourselves, and we
will
want
be sharing this experience.
We want you to see our first go. We promise that what you will see will be our first go, so bear with us, okay? Bear with us. It will be our first go. So see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.